Do you know what is a gradient?
Yep.
What is a gradient?
The how fast the slope
Yeah,
the
the
line
slope.
is.
So it is actually the slope, right?
Yep.
So we know what is a gradient. So we would see. So the gradient is actually, there is a gradient at point. So if you have something like a curve which is not a linear equation, so gradient would be changing at different points. For example, a gradient here is like this. At this point, the gradient is this because the slope is different. Do you understand this?
Yep.
So these are two different gradients. So if you move to the chapter general statement of limiting chord process, there is something which is, say, the
Uh,
gradient at
no,
at
no, yeah.
p x comma fx is equal to limit, and I would write limit like this: h tend to 0 f x plus h minus fx whole divided by h. Are you in your book at that place or no?
Is it the general statement of this limit chord process?
Yeah, here. This is the general statement of the limit. Do you know this?
Yep. I
This
know.
is something where normally the student have a problem. Yeah?
Not really. I haven't seen this formula in class.
Normally I have seen that in the VS exam they put a question like this
Yep.
because it's instantaneous. If you put it here, if you look at it, what is fx plus h? If this I have to find at this point, this is our point of interest. This is a point x. So this height is actually x comma fx. Do you see that or
Mm-hmm.
no?
Yep.
You see that because this is the function, right?
Mm. Yep.
Okay, I draw it again and I try to do it again with different colors. So this is, for example, our point P. So this is actually x. So this point would be x comma fx. Do you understand that?
Yep.
If you see, if you have to get a gradient at this point, this would be rise over run. This is rise and this is run. Yeah?
So is that just dy by dx?
Yeah, dy by dx. But it's sometimes they ask with this formula. This is actually very nice. This is actually dy upon dx. Why? Because d means very small change. So if we are seeing the rise is very small and the run is very small. Do you see that?
Yep.
Because, yeah, because this is x and if we put here, this is x plus h. So this means the rise is fx plus h minus fx because this was here, because this point I took another color and take it a little away. So if I put this point, this is f, or should I make another diagram, or you are good with this?
I'm good with this.
So this is actually f x plus h. So actually this is x plus h comma fx plus h. Do you see this point? Is this?
Yep.
And this point is xfx. So this would be the rise would be fx plus h minus x. So rise would be fx plus h minus fx. Do you see that? And run would be
Mm-hmm.
h. Do you see that?
Yep.
This is h. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And you are right. That is. So we would do just one question so that you understand. So we are asked to find what is gradient of x square at point at p3 comma 9. Right? Are you with me?
Yep.
So looking at the same formula, because the formula says gradient at p x fx is what? We just wrote it earlier. It is limit h tend to 0 fx plus h minus fx divided by h. Are you good here?
Yep.
So we would do this for this question. Yeah, what was the question? Y is equal to x square. What is x here? If you can you help me with this?
X is equals to 3.
Very nice, very nice. So we would say f 3 plus h minus f 3 over h. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Okay. So what is so 3 plus h? What was the equation? What was the function? The function is actually square. So it would become limit h tend to 0 3 plus h whole square minus 3 square over h. Do you understand this? This is a tricky part
Mhm.
where some of the students have a problem.
Yep.
Do you have you understood this or no?
Yes, I understood this.
So this is now, so this becomes limit h tend to 0. Do you remember the formula of a plus b whole square? If I open
Yeah.
this, if I open this, what is, can you open that? A plus b whole square using the formula of that? What would be this?
It will turn into 9
Yeah,
plus 6h
yeah,
plus h squared.
yeah. Minus, and then 3 square is 9
9.
over h. This 9 and this 9 get cancelled because they have opposite. So this becomes limit h tend to 0, 6h plus h square over h, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because we can make two parts, limit h tend to 0, 6h.
So do we factorize it?
No,
Or
we can just do like this. You have not factorized, we put like this because we can simplify that. Do you know this? You can do this. Why? If a plus b divided by c, this means it is a over c plus b over c. Yeah?
mm-hmm.
So we
Yep.
did just the same thing. We put, we opened this plus sign and put it here and make two parts of it with the same denominator, h.
Mm-hmm.
And this h and this h get cancelled. This h and this power 2 get cancelled. So what we have now, we have
6h.
limit h tend to 0 and 6, only 6 because h get cancelled. And
Uh,
plus limit h tend to 0, h. Do you see this or no? I
yep.
just, so here it has no, if there is no h, so therefore this has no impact h tend to 0. So this thing has an answer of 6. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a number. And what about this h and limit h tend to 0, so it would be 0.
0.
So it would be 6.
6.
Oh, this is interesting. What we had a function y is equal to x square,
1.
and its gradient at gradient at what point? At the point, we were given the point 3. Yeah, at 3,
Yep.
at x is equal to 3 is 6. Do you see that or no?
Yep.
And this is something which you can see if the question is y is equal to x square. What is dy upon dx?
2x.
And we have to put x is equal to 3. So 2 times at x is equal to 3. So dy by dx at X
equals
is equal to
6.
3 is 6, which we found with that longer method also.
Yep,
Does it make sense to you?
yep.
Okay. So normally in ways you always find one question like this.
Which formula would be used more often or would be more effective?
That is differentiation. That is easy. Doing with this is tricky, but you will normally get one part, maybe of 3 marks or 4 marks in the base exam. Do it with this general statement of limiting chord.